Unnecessary TJ. By the way, TJ will be joining us again, for those of you wondering on the ticket text, Fridays at 3, which I think will be able to keep him through Who Said It. So you'll still get him involved in the picks, plus Who Said It, and that drop, I need to see his reaction live.
Unless he's got to go somewhere with a kid and drop them off.
Oh, his life's over. Honestly, he'd be better ooff playing football.
I think like 3:30 a.m. hockey games or something.
Dude, listen. He hasn't had a weekend since he retired. It's my hellscape.
He pulls the Tom Brady, I'm unretired. At least I know what honestly, I'm doing.
TJ's a candidate for an 11-day absence, except his family wouldn't know about it. TJ's one step from crawling in that pipe out of Shawshank. These hockey tournaments, I mean, and his son is an incredible hockey player. I told him, I go, dude, you're insane. You're better off showing up at camp.
But he's not old enough to drive himself yet?
No. Oh, no. Nah. Hey, where's the tournament this weekend? London, Ontario. Have a good weekend, TJ. I'll talk to you Monday. Talk to you later. So here's the deal. College football's back. Now, we do have a Lions thing, but I want to introduce them both, and you guys can call in and talk about whatever the hell you want. Option A is this. Week 0, these are not a high-level grouping of games, but the Tigers ruined our summer. They were out of this thing by Memorial Day. We've had nothing. I can't watch NFL preseason football. I don't value it. It doesn't matter. The only thing I care about, I just don't want to see anybody get hurt. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited for tomorrow. Yes, it's Travers Day, so that's good for me. But college football, like 12:30, Nebraska Northwestern, it may as well be Alabama, Georgia. I'm amped up to watch it. I love college football. I always have. Since a very young age, college football was magical to me.
I'm just thinking, at what point does the game break you and you're like, oh, dear God, I'm watching.
Probably when Northwestern goes up 7-0 and I'm laying 11.5. That'll be the moment of breakage where you realize right away, no, you know what it'll be? Opening play, and Nebraska comes out. They snap the ball off Casey Thompson's balls, and it gets returned for a touchdown. And you go, nothing's changed. That bet's dead. And then you log in and try to bet something else. But the point is, I'm excited. I just don't know if that's because I do this for a living and we got the pod and like, or is it just like college football fans everywhere are going to enjoy tomorrow? I want to watch, and yes, you can laugh. I can't name 2 players on North Texas and UTEP's roster, but I'll watch it. 9 o'clock at night, I'll flip it on.
No, I get it.
You know, like I'm excited it's back, and I wonder if anyone shares in it. Now, Rico and I have made Nebraska Northwestern, like I said, this may as well be the college football playoff. Because Rico thinks Scott Frost is a meth head bum and Nebraska's trash. I think this is the year Scott Frost gets it right.
Okay, meth head may be a little strong.
Okay, I take that back. I was making a point that you think he's garbage. And you're all over Northwestern. I think Nebraska's going to have a good year. And that alone makes the game watchable because I understand the slander you'll be sending my way.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, no.
You know what? Actually, you know what? I may, because I got a general rule. I consider myself a sportsman, a gentleman. I don't bother you if your team is losing. If I know your team,
right,
the team that you love, I'll never send that. I'm not that guy.
I don't love them.
Right, so I will send you something for this game.
This is just an opinion.
Right. Giants, I'll never send Mike anything during a Giants game.
God.
Ever. Not doing it, Kenny. Out of sheer respect, and I'll give him credit. He doesn't send me anything during the Niners game.
Ever.
I hear nothing from him.
Ever.
Yankees, I don't bother Mike unless they're playing in the World Series.
Or unless Judge hits a home run that you called.
Yeah.
If Judge hits a home run, then yes.
Don't worry, we haven't been there since 2009.
Really? It's nice.
248-539-9797. That's option A. Is are you a loser if you're pumped up about week 0 in college football? I'm super excited for it. The other thing is, we talked about the Lions, and we talked about rosters are going down to 53. And there's a collection of backup quarterbacks that are going to get released. And I gave you the names, Nick Mullins, Ian Book. Jimmy G doesn't quite classify as a backup, but that's very possible. But Mason Rudolph was a name, Steelers. And I simply said, isn't it the most obvious thing in the world? The Lions have the second waiver claim. The Jags aren't going to claim a quarterback. They have a good backup. Don't the Lions have to pick up one of these backups? Because their situation behind Jared Goff is an embarrassment. I mean, Blau and Boyle are awful. And if you think the team's going to be any good, like I do, I'm not giving away quarters. I'm not giving away a series. I'm not giving away a game. God forbid Jared Goff can't play. So we had the conversation, and I can't figure it out, Rico. I can't figure out how an NFL football team has gone 15 years without a legitimate backup.
Because you've gone 15 years without doing it, but this is one of those in Hard Knocks. One thing, it's grit. We're going to do things different. We're sick of SOL. He comes out, looks like with, cocaine all over his pants and says, you got to get this crap off of it. This is how you do it. This is how you become a big boy team. You go out and you get a backup. You protect yourself for those 2 or 3 games or even a half where your quarterback goes down. You don't have to just mail in that game and say, well, it's over. You got a Band-Aid. You got somebody who can win you something, give you a puncher's chance. Because I don't think you have that with Blaine or Blau, either one. I think what Blaine is starting in this game, who cares? Because
Boyle,
yeah, Boyle.
He combined, actually, if you combine David Blau and Tim Boyle, you still wouldn't have an NFL quarterback.
Right. So, yeah. You got to go get a real guy.
Tim Boyle.
And I think also it helps. I told you get Jimmy G. I think it motivates Goff that you have to every game bring it. There is no, because good and well, I can have a bad game. What, one of these guys going to steal my job? No, not even close.
No, and I'm just more in a break glass in case of emergency mode. Those are the 2 things we're rapping about. Kenny's going to be at the bar all day tomorrow for college football. It's a very exciting time. 248-539-9797. I mean, Kenny, call me a loser if you like. I'm with you. I'm pumped up about it.
If you're a loser, then I'm a loser.
Well, we know that. It's about whether you want to call me a loser.
I'm not calling you a loser, no, because I'm going to be doing exactly what you're doing, except at a bar. I'm going to be plop myself down and watch college football all day.
How do you sit at the bar for 12 hours?
Well, I'm not going to be literally at the bar for 12 whole hours.
How long are you going to be there? Northwestern game starts at 12:30.
I'll be at home for the 12:30.
4 p.m. Illinois, Wyoming.
That's when the pre-gaming begins. The real pre-gaming begins for what's the 7:30, 7 o'clock?
North
Florida,
Texas?
no, hold on. Florida Atlantic hosts the 49ers of Charlotte.
And you will need some alcohol with that one.
And
so
then
yes.
9 o'clock is the Jim Costa Lock, North Texas, UTEP. Those are his words.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be locked into those. And I think what you said earlier is why. The Tigers basically ruined my summer. I thought we would have fun this summer a little bit. Even if we weren't going to make the playoffs, I thought, hey, we'd have a good summer. And I think that's just made my desire for other sports grow stronger. And I think that's what the Tigers have done.
By the way, that's the other thing. Today, did you see the Julio Rodriguez deal is now official? 14 years. Minimum 240, maximum 450 with incentives. And the only quote I saw is multiple MVP caliber seasons. Here's what I'll tell you. I would never sign a 14-year deal for any amount of money if I'm Julio Rodriguez. But that's not the point. The point is, beginning of the summer, I think Tiger fans envisioned Torkelson and Green, and man, maybe we've got that next guy. And the reality is they both stink. Torkelson was so bad he got sent down. And Riley Green is bad. Okay? Sitting 235, 640 OPS.
He's
bad.
No, Mike, he's not bad.
Those numbers are bad.
Okay. Or maybe he's going through the rotation of teams for the second time and they're starting to catch up to him. So he's not bad. It's just Major League Baseball's adjustment period.
What adjustment period did Acuna have? Or Soto? Or Julio Rodriguez? or Wander Franco. Dude, you're either great or you're not if you're a star. We were supposed to have stars. They both fell down the stairs.
Was it like a star or Detroit star?
No,
like
star.
There's legitimate, there's
Star.
good, and then there's Detroit good.
Both were the number one prospect in baseball. Both.
Cork was 1-1. That you need to be a star, and maybe he still will be.
Maybe. But when you start out that way with your first 300 at bats, that's a major red flag. And you can say what you want. I'm not rooting against Riley, but you can't come up and hit 230 and have a 640 OPS. That's terrible.
And then I wonder if it's the team, because I look at Grossman leaving, and in 48 hours, hey, you're fixed.
I know.
No. So I'm saying, you know what, Mike? You're right. Okay, you're right. He's not what we thought he was going to be. He's not that instant impact player.
No,
he's not. So,
but everything you're saying is why college football being back is so damn exciting.
Yes. Until it's 10-0 Northwestern, and I'm already bleeding.
How is it not excited at 10-0 Northwestern?
Because this is the year Scott Frost gets it right.
I'm the drum major coming over, knocking on the door.
Know.
With the band.
Right. One of those stupid hats on.
Can I hire a high school band? How quickly can you learn the Northwestern fight song?
Rico shows up at the door. Hit it, boys. 248-539-9797. Kenny, give me a few ticket texts. What do we got coming in?
If week 0 excitement makes me a loser, then I don't want to be a winner.
Yes.
I second that.
Yes.
Call me a loser then too, Mike. That's another one.
I can't help it. And look, in fairness, Northwestern Nebraska is a Big Ten conference game.
Yeah, and that's why I'm into that game, because it's going to mean something.
And on a much lighter level, I'm interested in Brett Bielema a year 2 at Illinois. I am. Just to see if there's any juice in the program.
See, I'm giving him till next year before I'm going to hold him accountable.
Dude, that running back is a star.
It is.
Chase Brown.
And he's with the perfect system because they're going to run him like crazy. You gave that over-under of 109 yards. That could be the first quarter.
When you outweigh the D-line by 50 pounds a man, one would think you'd have a pretty good day.
Look, imagine what a guy like Kenneth Walker would have did behind that line.
Against Wyoming.
Right, and his propensity to run the ball. Yeah, just keep until you're tired, you just stay in there.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Is the Lions not having a backup QB a big strike against Brad Holmes?
Yes. He's the GM.
How big of one? I mean, it's a legitimate question.
Let me get through this weekend. Let me see them not pick someone up who gets cut loose, and then I'll get there. Look, if you go around the league, I mean, look at the Commanders. Are you really that different than that team? Now, Carson Wentz is a lot like Jared Goff. Very questionable. I admit that. But their backup is Taylor Heineke, who has shown he can play. Hell, he started a playoff game, played pretty well.
Yeah,
they didn't lose that night against Tampa and Tom Brady because of him.
Right.